Hmm.
And then they were all chit chatting. It's not the time room, like, everybody's kind of like, I think it's people that were doing their January thing. They feel like those people are. Not necessarily know people, but- Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And you asked about summer. So yes, I teach through the summer, but because of holidays with the kids, like I know for sure right now we're gone June 5th through 19th. So there's times where I'm gone for a couple weeks and I usually take the kids to New Jersey and but whenever I'm here, yeah. And usually we've got I mean, usually I would say,
A lot of people.
yeah, like anywhere between like 5 to 10 in the summer. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. You gonna be, you'll be here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. You know, yeah, it is nice.
When you're not here, I think everything's on demand.
Right. Yeah. When I'm not here, there's all the on-demand videos. So I wonder if they've been cataloging all of these or if it was just in the beginning. Yeah, because they record. So I wonder if Sharon, yeah, I have to ask her. Mhm.
I was thinking of getting one. Like you did that, but if you're gonna do it, then that's
Hi Nick, how are you? Good. Did you have a good weekend? Good. Yeah, it was Aiden's spring break, so. Yeah. I was outside a lot. Aiden had a BMX race near Tampa, so that kicked it off. And then we met friends, another mom and son who also had spring break, Cape Canaveral and Lake Kennedy Space Center. Which I went on. Saw the Atlantis. Saw Apollo. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, and they're half price in the Austin booth. So, yeah, I luckily a friend's daughter works there, so she was nobody wants to they were half price. But it was interesting to see like if I were to buy them, it would have been like $60 for adult. Summer it's like 30. So yeah,
I think that's really cool.
it's
It's really, pretty wild.
it's big. I mean, it's a whole day. And there's so much activity going on, so you could look at the calendar ahead of time and see when there might be a launch. So it's really due east of Orlando. Yeah, by about an hour. Took us an hour. And then nice accommodation. So the visitor center is on Barrett Island, and we stayed in this really nice like condo hotel, and it was on a canal. We were up at 7, and there were already people like kayaking, and we saw dolphins, and so there's a lot of things other than the Space Center to do, called the Space Coast. It's fun, yeah. I love exploring them. And then we did Universal. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Good luck for what? Sorry, what? Oh. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we definitely need 2 blocks.
I love it. So it's interesting.
Well, yeah,
Anybody else need blocks?
I'm always.
We're not local. Listen, I walked it once. I walked it once. And I realized. It's not long. You know what it is? They're in their 20s, and they're like, they're still that way. And you know, there's so strong. So, I mean, we wanted to go through the application. You know, and I Can I go back to my quiet life, which. You know,
Well, I will. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. So we're going to start in Shavasana this morning. Go back to that. So good. Catherine's joined us. Hi, Catherine. So we're going to start, Catherine, we need 2 blocks this morning. We're going to start on our backs. Oh, no, I think everybody, oh, Steve needs blocks. I know, you're gonna want blocks for this little sequence I'm
Just
doing
make believe.
today.
Make believe.
Yeah, just, humor me. Humor me.
All right. and So we're good to go. So we're gonna start on our backs. Lie all the way down, no blocks right now, just on your backs as if you're in Shavasana. Reason being, yesterday was the spring equinox. So we're coming out of our slumber, our winter sleep. And the theme for today is all about renewal, blossoming, connecting our energy with that of nature, the sort of tapping into this natural awakening. And we're made of energy, so it's only natural that we are in tune, that we're in sync with what's happening in our natural surroundings too. So even though we might see it a little bit differently down here in Florida, there's definitely new colors to see, new blooms. Of course, now the days will be a little bit longer. So if the eyes aren't closed already, close the eyes. By shutting off one of our senses, it helps us to tune into our other senses. Do a body scan. Notice how the mind feels right now. Notice how the body feels right now and where you feel tension. Notice how your breath feels. How is it this morning? Smooth or a little jagged or rigid? Notice any sounds. Any smells. Follow your breath from where it begins, where it's originating. Follow it up to where your natural breath stops. And then follow it back down. Tune into the breath a little bit more. So maybe on your inhale, it moves a little higher. On your exhale, feel it reach the low belly. Feel your belly rise and fall. Feel maybe your chest rise and fall. On your next inhale, hold the breath for a couple moments at the top of the breath and exhale it out, holding the breath at the bottom for a couple of moments. Continue like that for a few rounds, drawing your attention mindfully to the breath. And then release back to just inhaling through your nose and exhaling through the nose. And just notice if changing the breath where you held it, if that helped to maybe smooth the breath out a little bit more.
sharing some words from a friend of mine, another yogi friend. Her name is Jillian. Spring always brings rigorous, clashing energies, with our global life also seeming wildly out of balance. Our transition into this season may feel a little extra challenging. It helps to remember that moments give way to big changes. With the expansion of spring, our world may also be undergoing a shift. Yesterday was a day of equal light and darkness. Nature gives us this gift to pause and come into balance before launching forward into longer days and shorter nights. Could be seen as a moment of hope and possibility. So we tune in, we recalibrate, we come back into harmony. Harnessing the return of spring's yang energy. Feeling moved by this uplifting season. So in Shavasana here, really focus on melting any built up sludge within our bodies and minds. Tilling our soil with love and care in order to replenish, restore, and brighten up. So today's class will be all about moving our energy. So move through some extra sun salutations, creating some heat, some energy in our bodies, feeling the flow and really being mindful of our breath. So to begin, on your next inhale, which will be a little bit deeper, float your arms overhead. Point your toes, draw your legs a little closer together. So engaging the legs, activate the legs. And then on your exhale, lower the arms and draw your toes towards you. So not bending the knees, just your toes. So flex your feet, push through your heels. Inhale, arms overhead and point your toes. Exhale the arms down, flex the feet, bringing your toes towards you, pushing your heels toward me. One more. Inhale, arms overhead. Feel that natural arch form in your back, pointing your toes. And exhale, arms alongside, flex your feet. Push those heels toward me. And now draw your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Feel that little massage for the low back, the sacrum area. Take the hands underneath the knees as you begin to rock back and forth on your spine at least 3 times. Get enough momentum to bring yourself up to a seat, cross your legs. If the knees aren't moving down, place blocks underneath the knees to help your inner groin muscle relax and to sit up nice and tall. Close the eyes and bring the hands to your heart center. Take a moment here just to lengthen the spine and sharing a morning, sort of a Monday morning metta meditation. So keeping the eyes closed, just listening to these words. If I don't stay awake, I don't appreciate my precious human life. If I don't stay awake, I can't show others how to awaken. If I don't stay awake, I can't rise up and make changes in my world and in the world as a whole. Set your intention for your practice this morning. think about something as we had that visual of a seedling coming up through the earth a couple weeks ago. So what is it that you can maybe set as a goal over the next few months, using this stored up energy from the winter? Let's Om together. So clear out the breath by inhaling and exhaling it out. And then inhale. As you flicker the eyes open, bring the hands up overhead, keeping the palms touching. Separate the hands shoulder distance apart. Bring them back together. Interlace the fingers, turn your palms to face up. Breathe here, 3 breaths. And as you take those breaths, see how you can take the arch out of your back. So make any little adjustment, lengthening down through the tailbone and soften the shoulders. Next, exhale, lower the arms, shoulder height, flex the hands and press through the palms. Feel that lengthening through the arms and across the chest. Move the arms behind a little bit out of your peripheral vision, so it opens the chest even more. Try and keep the arms shoulder height. Draw your shoulders toward each other, down the back, press through the palms. And then bring the arms behind you, the hands behind you, interlace the fingers and extend your arms. Lift your chest and lower the chin toward the chest just a little bit. The knuckles can rest on the floor, or maybe with each inhale, lift the arms up just a little bit at a time, opening across the chest. Drawing shoulder blades toward each other and down the back to help soften the shoulders away from the ears. Try and lift up out of your seat to lengthen the spine. Release the arms, sweep them overhead. Take a twist to the right. So lowering that right hand behind the back, left hand to the right knee. Inhale, lengthening. On your exhale, maybe just moving into the twist a little bit more, but keeping both sit bones grounded. So let's think about in our poses today, how we root down. So in our seated poses, rooting down through the sit bone. In our standing poses, rooting down through our feet. Using the earth support to help ground us in our poses. Inhale, sweep the arms up through center, over to the left. Left hand behind, right hand on the knee. Keeping that, especially that left sit bone grounded, hips facing forward. Having our twist come from our navel. So we'll work on opening our heart space, using our breath to help us move through our asana work. Inhale, float the arms up through center, lower them so they're right in front of you, palms face forward. Draw the shoulders back into the sockets. Now cross right elbow on top of left, bend at the elbows so they're locked together, and see if you can wrap. If you can't, you can press the backs of the hands together. So Garudasana arms, eagle arms. If you feel an arch in your back, draw the ribs, the low ribs in, stitch them into the body. Breathing here, have your gaze be looking straight ahead so that maybe the vision starts to blur. On an inhale, lift the elbows just a little bit more. On your exhale, lower the arms, chin to chest, round your spine. Inhale, lifting back up, release the arms, float them out wide, like you're opening up after you're closed for the whole winter. Bring them back in front of you. Left elbow crosses over right. Bend at the elbows. Did we just do this side? No, okay. So they're locked together, either wrapping so palms touch or backs of hands. Draw your shoulder blades toward each other, down the back. Inhale, lift the elbows a little bit higher. And exhale, lowering down, rounding spine, chin to chest. Lifting back up. Release, take them out wide again. Again, feel that openness. And come forward, rock forward to hands and knees. Finding tabletop here. Find the alignment, knees in line with hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists stacked. Rock forward so shoulders are coming past the wrists. Take the hips over to the right, back toward your sit bones, to the left, making a big giant circle. 2 more times going in this direction. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're going to reverse the circle. Love all the air escaping from our bodies. Joining right in with you in my knees. And that's good. That's stored energy moving and releasing. Get those weekend blues out of the body. Come back to hands and knees. Find your alignment. Draw the navel in on an inhale. Lift the crown of your head. Tilt your tailbone into cow pose. On your exhale, moving, flowing into cat. Inhale, glide your way into cow. On your exhale, draw the navel in even more to help you round the spine, pushing through. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. One more. Inhale into cow pose. And exhale into cat. Come to neutral. Have your elbow creases facing the front of your mat so that as you bend the elbows, you can keep them hugging in. Lower down chin and chest, and then slide forward onto the belly. Setting up for rolling cobra here. So position your hands by the lowest set of ribs. Bring your feet together so the toes touch. Press the tops of your feet into the mat so your kneecaps lift off the mat. And then lengthen your tailbone, draw the shoulder blades down, lift the upper body into Cobra Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up into Cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, feel the energy coming from the legs, helping to lift that upper body. One more. Inhale, lift up and hold. Take the hands off the mat. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and exhale, lower down, tuck your toes under, push your seat back to your heels. So kind of a modified squat / child's pose here with our toes tucked under, our arms fully extended. Come up on your fingertips, lift your wrists. So you're tenting your fingertips here. Walk over to the left. Keep your right sit bone reaching toward the heel and just focus on stretching that right side. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, walk through center, over to the right side. Again, keep now the left sit bone reaching toward the heel. Stretch that left side. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, lift up a little bit to come to center and then plant your hands down. Lift the knees so the shins are parallel with the mat. Arms fully extended, and now begin to straighten the legs, coming into downward facing dog. Lift up on your toes, lift your heels up really high, and then just let the heels drop naturally to wherever they're gonna go, so they don't have to go all the way down. Breathe in, breathe out. Fingers spread, pressing into the thumbs, the index finger, the tips of your third, fourth, fifth fingers. Beautiful. Head is relaxed in between the arms. Now lift your gaze to look in between your hands and walk one footprint at a time to the top of your mat. Lift up halfway, find a flat back. Feel the engagement in your navel. Lift your arms up shoulder height, coming out to form a T. Lift all the way to standing with a flat back. Sweep the arms overhead, palms touch, hands come to heart center. So we'll flow a little bit here, just coming into our forward fold and then coming up halfway. Coming back into the fold, lifting all the way to standing. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms out wide and overhead. Palms touch. Come right back down to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, lift the arms, sweep them overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, right back down to forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, and then sweep arms out wide and overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sweep the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers, index finger pointing straight up. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center, side bend to the left. Inhale through center, side bend. Inhale through center, side bend to the right. Come to center, sweep the arms out wide, back into your forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, bend the knees, take the right leg all the way back for low lunge. Drop the right knee. Uncurl the toe. Inhale, sweep the arms up by the ears on Dhanasana, full breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, twisting to the left, hooking that right elbow to left knee. Think about drawing the hips toward the midline to help with stability. Feel the left side of your chest opening as you press palm into palm. Inhale, hands back to center, floating arms up. And exhale, lowering them down, tuck your right toes under, lift up, and take that right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, take the left leg back. Low lunge, drop the left knee, uncurl the toe. Inhale, sweeping arms up, full breath. Inhale, soften shoulders while you lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart center, twisting to the right, hooking that left elbow. And now opening the right chest, pressing palms together to help open that right chest. Maybe the gaze is at your right elbow. One more full inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, float them up by the ears, and then down, tuck the left toes under. This time we're gonna step back to downward dog. So take the right leg back, come into downward dog. Float forward to plank, lowering your hips. Take a full breath here in plank. Inhale, exhale, lower your knees. Rotate elbow creases to forward, lower down chin and chest. Slide forward onto the belly. Hug the elbows toward each other as we lift up to cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, push your seat back to your heels. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. So that is what we call our vinyasa. So we've definitely done a lot of work on our knees, chest, chin. We've also done some instruction on chaturanga. So when we're doing a vinyasa, it's your choice whether you want to do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Look between your hands and walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lifting up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping arms out wide, overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. So sun salutation. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, feel that length in your spine as you lower to forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step both feet back to plank. So here's your choice, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Knees, chest, chin floats into cobra. Chaturanga floats into upward facing dog. And we all meet in downward facing dog for 5 breaths. With each breath, draw the energy from your belly. So engage your navel. Lift your hips a little higher to the nice, beautiful. So feeling that spinal extension here, feeling openness across the shoulders. Your neck is relaxed. Look between your hands, either lightly hop or step your feet forward, lift up halfway, and exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out wide, overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. So stay in Tadasana for a moment, close your eyes. Rock very gently from the balls of the feet to the heels. Feel that rooting down, that grounding with your eyes closed. We're going to move through another sun salutation. This one uses chair pose and warrior one. Open the eyes. Begin to take your seat back towards your heels. Knees are behind your toes. Float the arms up by the ears, chair pose. Stitch your low ribs into the belly. Inhale, straighten the legs, float down to forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step both feet back to plank. Again, vinyasa, your choice, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Sliding forward to cobra or upward facing dog. We all meet in downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. And then bring that right knee into your chest as you rock a little forward, and then bring that right foot forward just behind the hands. Plant your left heel down. Bend your right knee as you lift the arms and the upper body to warrior one. So closed hip pose, beautiful. Holding here, 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On your exhale, sweep the hands down, step the right leg back. So we do a vinyasa in between, plank pose, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, cobra or upward facing dog. And then coming to downward facing dog on your exhale. Take a full breath, inhale and exhale. Inhale, left leg up. 3-legged dog, keep those shoulders strong. Bring that left knee into your chest, rock forward a little bit to make it easier to bring that left foot forward. Drop the right heel down, bend the left knee, bring those arms out in front of you to help you lift with lengthening of the spine. Soften shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel that right leg just full of energy as it's extended. And then exhale, lowering hands down to the mat, step the left foot back, vinyasa, or just go straight to downward dog. So again, your choice, cobra or upward facing dog. And then we meet in downward facing dog. And for 5 breaths, so we almost use downward dog like a rest pose here. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the hips moving toward the ceiling. Draw the navel in. Beautiful. You're almost doing a little bit of a tilt of the tailbone to lift the hips higher. Look between your hands, either lightly hop or walk the feet forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, right back down to Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out, overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. And just bend the knees a little bit. Put weight in your left foot, lift the right. Sweep that right foot behind you, heel lifted, come on your toes, crescent lunge, arms float up. Soften shoulders. Really extend that right leg. Now drop the right heel, warrior one. 1 breath here, inhale. On your exhale, open to the right. Shimmy that back foot so it's in line, heels are in line. Coming into warrior two, you might have to lengthen your stance a little. Gaze looking out over the left fingertips. So we're now opening our hips to the exit wall. Beautiful. Think about the feet standing on one plank of wood. Beautiful. Left toes pointing in the same direction as the knee. If you can't see your left big toe, then you can widen your stance a little. So part of this spring, this renewed energy is feeling strong. So warrior poses help us with that. Drop the right hand, flip the left palm, take that left hand up. Really reach and stretch this left side. Straighten the left leg. Lower the arms to shoulder height again. Shift your right hip a little bit as you reach forward with the left fingers. Lower the left hand. Take the back of the hand, press it against the left calf shin. Take the right arm straight up. As you press against the shin and calf, so flip to the back of the hand, yeah. So as you're pressing, do you all feel more opening in the right chest and lifting up through those right fingertips? Sorry, right chest. So right arm is coming straight up. Breathe here. Press into the feet. You're rooting into the feet. Use your core to lift up. Bend the left knee, warrior two. Spiral the hands down. Pivot that back foot. Step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa. If you want to stay in downward dog, you can, or take a child's pose. If you want to build some more heat, float forward to plank, lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. This is your practice. And we all meet in downward dog. Look between your hands, walk your feet or lightly hop. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center, to Tadasana. Take a full inhale and exhale. Put weight into the right foot, bending the knees a little bit. Lift the left. Sweep that left foot back. Start in high lunge, so the left heel is lifted. Full extension in that left leg, arms come up by the ears. Take the arch out of your back. And now drop the left heel, warrior one. Full inhale and exhale. Another inhale. On your exhale, turn to the left. Position your feet. Maybe lengthen your stance a little bit for warrior two. Reach the fingers in opposite directions. Feel that lengthening. Feel your shoulders in line with your hips so that we're not leaning forward. And the gaze is strong, looking out over the right fingers. Press into your feet, especially the outer edge of the back foot. Drop the left hand, flip the right palm, and reach up. What do you see up there? Straighten the right leg. Lower the arms again, shoulder height. Shift the left hip a little bit as you reach forward. Lower the back of the right hand against the right calf. Lift that left arm straight up. So use pressing the back of the hand into the leg as a little leverage to help open the left chest. Help peel that left hip up and open. Inhale, lift up, use your core, bend the right knee, warrior two, then spiral the hands down, pivoting that back foot forward, step back. Again, optional vinyasa. If you've had it, just go in a child's pose or stay in downward dog. If you want to vinyasa, you can. All meeting in downward dog. Look between your hands, either walk your feet or hop forward. Lift up halfway. And exhale, fold, reach for your blocks. So bring your blocks to the front of your mat at the highest level. So just like I have them here. So they want to be on the floor, just ahead of the front edge of your mat. So our hips are level here. We're going to work on half moon pose. And then we're going to come through to warrior three, which is essentially where we are right here. And then we're going to do revolved half moon, all using our blocks. So to start, lift the right leg. Turn your right hip up, flex the right foot, toes are pointing to the exit wall. So just focus on opening that right hip. Now begin to put weight in your left hand. Lift the right hand off the block, maybe just a little, or maybe lift it all the way up, just like in triangle. So only go to where your edge is. Keep breathing. Gaze can be looking down at the left hand or maybe at the exit wall. So half moon, we're opening, we're trying to stack the hips on top of each other. Beautiful. Slowly begin to lower the right hand down, rotating that right hip. Keep that right leg lifted. Point the toes to the mat. Flex the right foot and press that heel toward the windows. Hands are on the blocks, or maybe lift them off, float them up, or by the heart. Warrior three, keep the toes pointing to the mat to level the hips. Bring the hands back down to the block. So now keep the hips level. Press the right hand into the block, lift the left arm. Revolved half moon. And lower the left hand. Bring that right foot in to meet the left. Do a forward fold in between. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift up halfway. Reach for your blocks, other side. So to start, lift that left leg. So your hips are level right here. Turn your left hip up. Rotate that left leg. Feel yourself rotating. Press into the right hand. Maybe that left hand leaves the left block. Maybe you can bring it up. So rooting down through that right foot. Really think about lengthening through the right leg. So then slowly lower that left hand and drop the left hip. Warrior three. So your hips are level, left toes pointing to the mat. Keeping hands on the blocks. And now lift that right arm, putting weight in the left hand. Revolved half moon. Right leg strong, extended. Lower that right hand, lower left leg. Come up on your toes, lift your heels, bend your knees, hands on the blocks, just come to tiptoe squat for a moment in between. Sit bones can rest on the heels. So we're gonna do it one more time, the series. And this time, just see like in Warrior 3, if you can lift your hands off the block for a moment, I'll cue you. So straighten the legs, up on the toes, drop the heels. Draw the belly in. Lift right leg. Turn that right leg so the right hip is lifting. This might be where you stay. Work here just to open that right hip. If you can, lift that right arm. If the right arm's lifted, see if you can bring your left hand to your chest for a moment. Nice. Then lower to Warrior 3. Level the hips, right toes facing the mat. Maybe arms lift off the block, balancing on the left foot. Just for a moment, and then lower down. Right hand on the block, lift the left arm. Hips are level. See if you can bring your right hand to your heart and lower down. Lower the left hand, bring the right leg to meet the left. And other side, draw the belly in. Full breath. Lift the left leg. Turn the left toes up so you're lifting that left hip. So see if you can open the left hip. And then left arm maybe lifts, maybe it doesn't. It's okay, either way. Then lower, oh, forgot the cue for, see if you can bring your right hand to your heart. Then lower left leg, hips level, Warrior 3. Maybe the arms, hands come off the block. Lower the hands, level your hips, lift the right arm up, left hand on the block. Maybe left hand to the heart for a moment. Right hand lowers down, left leg comes in, sweep the arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Forward fold, 5 breaths. Release. Release. Maybe exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Another one just like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Release it. Bend your knees, come all the way down to your mat. Come onto your backs, hug the knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. How good does that feel? And just take note for a moment. How did you feel being pushed? Where was your comfort level? Notice how the breath feels right now. Draw the knees in a little bit more. Lift the forehead up to the knees. Breathe into the back of the neck. Lower the head. Lower the feet to the mat. We'll do one bridge holding for 8. So have your knees in line with your hips. Make sure you can reach your heels with your longest finger. And then relax the arms, palms face down. On an inhale, press into your feet, lifting your hips up. Gaze stays looking at the ceiling. We try not to turn our head in bridge to protect our neck. Maybe lift your chin just a little bit to help form the natural curve in the neck. So pressing into the shoulder blades, maybe pressing into the back of the head a little bit. On your exhale, see if you can lift maybe just a little higher, bringing the chest toward the chin. Think about opening the chest here versus a back bend. Think about extending the spine. On your exhale, lower slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And then lift the hips back up just an inch. Shift the hips over to the right a couple of inches, and then drop the low back down to the mat. Hug the knees into your chest, hug them all the way in, and then let them drop down to the floor to the left. Left thigh resting on the floor. If the right thigh doesn't naturally rest on the left, put a block in between. Extend right arm out, shoulder height, palm face up. Left hand can rest on top of the right knee, if you like that. Can help you maybe move into the twist a little bit more. Or you can let the left arm drop down onto the floor as well. Gaze either looking up or turning the head, looking out over the right arm. With each breath, see where you can soften. See if you can feel the chest, heart space opening. Follow the breath from the low belly up the spine. Feeling this prana move through our body, our life force. If the head is turned, bring the gaze back to looking at the ceiling. Lift the right knee and then lift the left. Lower the feet and neutralize the spine. We'll do the same adjustment for the other side. So press into your feet, lift your hips an inch, shift the hips to your left a couple of inches. Drop the low back to the mat and then hug the knees into your chest. They should be on a slant. Lower the knees down to the right. So right thigh rests totally on the floor. If the left thigh and knee isn't naturally meeting the right, put a block in between. Right hand can rest on top of the left knee or laying out onto the floor. And then the gaze maybe looks out over the left arm. Softening here. As you inhale and exhale, think about what you can release. Visualize that sludge that you've been storing in the body that you want to now slough off. Where can you open, expand, using this new renewed energy? Bring the gaze back to looking at the ceiling, lift the left knee and then the right. Drop the feet to the mat and adjust back to neutral. Hug the knees into your chest again. Straighten the legs, feet pointing up to the ceiling. Holding here in Vipariti Karani, maybe hands rest on the belly. Maybe one hand on the low belly, one hand over your heart to help you tune into your breath here. So feeling the breath, low belly pressing against the low hand. Chest rising to meet the other hand. Matching our inhales with our exhales. Let the arms come alongside, palms face down. Arms are about 20 degrees away from the body. One last little engagement for our core. Press the heels up toward the ceiling and then begin to lower slowly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Think about pressing the whole back into the mat as the core engages. As you lengthen, press through your heels, lowering all the way down to the ground. And let everything go. Deep inhale. And exhale it out. So as we move into this rest pose, if the legs aren't apart, separate them a little bit. Let the feet, like gravity, just let the feet flop out to the side. Have the arms coming away from the body and turn the palms to face up so that you can externally rotate your shoulders. So coming back to where we began our practice. Shavasana, or known as corpse pose. It's our chance to be still, our chance to let our practice digest. Recall your intention. Feel gratitude for being in this space, or maybe challenging yourself today in a way you didn't expect. Feel the energy from that. In yoga, we're reminded of our own humility. Helping us to get out of our own way. Remembering remembering that the goal of yoga is not a handstand. The goal is to create space where you were once stuck. To unveil the layers of protection you've built around your heart, and to appreciate your body. Become aware of the mind and the noise it creates. To make peace with who you are. Coming to our yoga mat to feel, not necessarily to accomplish. Spring equinox, reminding us of rebirth, of the natural cycle, of our natural ability to move through these cycles. Knowing that our own joy can make a difference. So not to feel guilty about feeling joy. And start to deepen your breath. We invite small movements back in to help us reawaken. Circling wrists, circling ankles, maybe inhaling the arms overhead for a long stretch. Move in any way that feels good. And then when you're ready, drawing the knees into your chest and rolling onto the right side. Pausing there for a couple of breaths. When you're ready, making your way up to a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed or at a soft gaze. Bringing hands to your heart center. And I'll leave you with 3 questions, your homework for the week. How can I feel connected today? How can I feel healthy today? How can I feel purposeful today? So how can I feel connected, healthy, and purposeful? So with this shift, seasonal shift, if at any time you're feeling not grounded, ask yourself those 3 questions and try to answer them each day between now and next week when we meet. And it could be as simple, the healthy, drink more water, the connected, call a friend or tell your child you love them, purposeful, donate blood, make a donation. Whatever these words mean to you. So seal the practice with one Om, joining our energies together. Clear out the breath with an inhale and exhale. And then inhale. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Namaste. Those 3 questions come from an author named Karen Holrund. I was moved by them. And it's true though, we can really sometimes feel a little off balanced in these seasonal shifts. And it was amazing, like when I put those questions into practice, it helps. So I share that with all of you. You'll enjoy it too.
Thank you.
Catherine, thanks for joining us. All right. And enjoy this lower humidity just for a little bit longer.
Yes.
It is so gorgeous out.
Oh, thank you.
See, look, purpose, she's already purposeful.
Yes,
I know, and you all got a head start with yoga this morning, because now you feel connected and now you feel healthy. So you just have to do something purposeful tonight.
Donate some time,
Yeah.
volunteer some time
Yeah,
at the art show up there.
good.
With the bowls.
Yes, my daughter and I have painted.
Yes, I have too.
It's so wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Yes, yeah. Catherine, nice to see you. Bye. Are you going to join us in the studio?
I don't know yet. I've got a surgery coming up for my Mohs cancer above my eyebrow
Yeah.
in about 10 days. So I think I just
Okay.
want to go till then and
Yes,
get over it.
yeah. Totally understand. Well, good luck with that. I hope it all is, just easy and
Yeah,
not a whole lot of pain or, yeah.
I've seen my mother go through enough of them.
Oh, I know. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll be thinking about you. All right. Bye.
Bye.